5 tips that you need to hit champion in Siege. Now, I'm going to give you the 5 most important tips. Now, I feel like if you just listen to these, you have a very high chance of going for champ and at least definitely ranking up. If you do enjoy this video, be sure to comment down below what you want to see next. And I just want to say thank you if you watch these, because a lot of people don't watch my tip videos, so you're a real one. But let's get into it. All right, now we are going to start off with the aim category. Now, in this category, I want to talk about recoil, sensitivity, and aim, so that way it's not like 3 different tips. If you want to be champion, or you want to rank up, you want to level up, you want to actually improve, you have got to stick to one sensitivity. If you are a player that is going to change your sensitivity so much, you're going to run into a lot of issues with inconsistencies. You're going to run into issues with recoil inconsistencies as well. So try and find a sense that you like. My recommendation to you would be to leave the horizontal, leave the vertical, whatever it's on, and just focus on your ADS. Just simply fine-tune your ADS to whatever feels comfortable with the vertical and horizontal that you're on. You're not going to be perfect on that sense when you first start. You're just not. It's going to take time. So that's what free-for-alls are for. Those will help you a ton. Now, when it comes to actual recoil, okay, and just aim in general, make sure you're doing free-for-alls. Those will help you a ton. But if there's a specific weapon that you struggle with, right? Like, let's say you struggle with the R4C recoil, right? Or let's say a realistic struggle. SMG-12, right? Let's say that you struggle with this weapon. Take whatever weapon you struggle with. Look at the recoil, right? So we're going to shoot like this. Now we see the pattern of what the weapon's going to do. It's going to go up to the left, then up to the right, then to the right again. So what does this mean? This means we generally, for these first few bullets, have to just pull down. We don't have to pull to the left. We don't have to pull to the right. And then we have to compensate when it goes left to the right. So down and to the right. Whatever weapon you struggle with, I want you to come to the shooting range, start off up close. Burst firing. Once again, if you're burst firing, you're only going to get this initial bullets where you don't even have to compensate for pulling to the right. Or for this left kick. So just start off up close. Burst firing. You're not going to kill them right away, but you're going to see the recoil. You're going to see, oh, look, there's no recoil in this. Look at this. Feels nice, right? Now, once you do this for a while, whatever weapon you're using, back up and spray more into them, right? Just shoot more into the actual little bots like this. Then back up even more. And just gradually do this. There's no one here to see if you have bad aim. If you're going to, mess up, it's fine. Completely okay to mess up. That's why you're practicing this in here. But just do this in the shooting range with any weapon that you struggle with. Just pay attention to these patterns and adjust. If it goes up and to the left, that means down and pull to the right. If it goes up and to the right, that means down and pull to the left. It's very simple. Just do this to look at the patterns and see what you need to do with whatever weapon you want. But if you change your sensitivity all the time, you're not going to understand how much to pull down to the right or to the left. When you stick to one sense and you learn that, you understand how much you really should be pulling down with practice and with, just time. So in conclusion, better aim means sticking to one sense, doing a ton of free-for-alls, and just warming up. Alright, now when it comes to positioning, this is one of the most important things that you should improve on in the game. And the best way to give a tip for this is to, no matter what you're doing, imagine, ask yourself before you do something or while you're doing it, can I be seen, where can I be seen from? Where can I be shot from? Okay, so if I want to hold this angle on this door right here, I'm defending the site. I have to look around and ask myself, am I safe here? The only spot that I can be shot from is right here, but I can also be shot from somebody playing out here. So maybe if I back up like this, look at this. Okay, now I can't be shot, right? Simple stuff like that is how you improve on your positioning. Just always asking yourself, where can I be shot from? Where can I be seen from? Now, if I'm in a 1v2 and I get the call out that both people are pushing trophy, there's no problem with me playing right here like this, right? And exposing myself to this window because of information that I know. But when the information is unknown, you have to, you have to make the call if it's safe or if you think it's safe. Now, if I'm going to play right here and hold this angle, okay? Where am I exposed from? Right now, I can be seen from here. I could be seen from the big window. And if there's no barbed wire on white stairs, they can rush up white stairs. Now, it's another thing you have to worry about. Positioning is going to change based off of things like utility, right? If I have barbed wire on the step, I know I don't have to worry about it. If I have a Malusi device over here, I know I don't have to worry about it. So I can position myself differently based off of utility that I have around the map, based off of knowledge I know, like I mentioned earlier, if we knew that the only 2 people left were pushing trophy door, as well as can I be seen, can I be shot, and where from, then position myself better. Now, another thing with positioning is ask yourself, am I in a very common spot to be pre-fired, right? If I'm holding top white stairs, I might ask myself, okay, this probably isn't the best angle if I know he's coming from here because they might pre-fire this, right? Whereas I could be like, all right, let me play here. This is way less common to get pre-fired off of. Or let me play back here. Way less common to get pre-fired off of. Now, how do you learn some of these angles to help with your positioning? This is what is called game sense, which is the next tip, which is very important. How do we improve game sense? That's knowing this white stair angle. That's knowing that you can like C4 this default plant spot from below. Like you might learn like, oh, okay, if I hold this angle right here, I can get wall banged from right here, right? How did you learn that? Oh, you probably died from that, right? Or you just know because you've seen people, do it. You've done it yourself. Stuff like that is one way to improve on game sense. But that takes a while, and you're going to passively do that. You're going to learn stuff as you play the game. But a way to increase your game sense is just simply by watching other players who are better than you or watching tip videos. I've been playing this game for 10 years almost, and I am still learning new stuff. Like, people will do something, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and I've been playing the game for 10 years. There's always more to learn. So what would I recommend to you? I would recommend watching those TikTok tips. I post a lot of them, but you don't gotta watch me. Watch Coconut Bra. He has crazy good tips. Watch Athena. Watch Garfield is Doc. Watch Braction. Watch anybody on TikTok. Like, type in Rainbow Six Siege TikTok tips, and you're gonna learn the game sense. Imagine every map like a gigantic puzzle piece, right? You look up, oh, best cave spots on Oregon. Right, that's another piece of the puzzle of Oregon. Best C4 spots on Oregon. Another piece of the puzzle. Best C4 spots on coastline, or best angles to hold on coastline. That's another piece of the puzzle of coastline, right? You're just gonna learn stuff like that quicker by watching players who are better than you, by watching tip videos, by watching Pro League. That's the best way to get your game sense up, aside from just playing. All right, now we've gone over aim, recoil sense in the aim category. We've gone over positioning now, and we've gone over game sense now. So the next biggest thing that comes to improving this game is going to be roaming. Very big aspect that a lot of people struggle with. So what are some tips for this? The first tip I have for you is when you're roaming, you need to start doing this thing that people call showing face. Okay, now imagine you are defending downstairs. Where are the roamers most likely to, or where are the attackers most likely to push in? They're going to take open area to go for these hatches. So at the start of the round, if you were to simply come into open area and look for the drones and shoot them, what does this do? One, this tells the attackers there's somebody in there. So now you shoot the drones. Now they have to waste more time droning you. Now, what is the whole purpose of roaming? The whole purpose of roaming is to waste time and potentially get some picks, right? But you're trying to waste as much time as you can. And also deny map control. By me shooting the drone that comes in here, think about it as an attacker. If you drone in and someone shot your drone, but you have to take that area, now you have to waste more time sending another drone in, having your teammate drone in, or you have to risk hopping in with no intel on where that guy is. So by simply coming up here, shooting the drones like this, as many drones as you can, and then just leaving, you're wasting time. That's one great way to waste time as a roamer. Another great way to waste time as a roamer is applying something called ghost pressure, okay? So let's say I opened up this hatch. An attacker sends his drone in here to take open area, because we know they want to get these hatches. They see this hatch is opened up. What does this mean to them? This means that there's somebody upstairs. We have to make sure we clear this guy out, or it's going to be hard to take this area because we can get flanked, right? At any point. So what does this mean? Now they're going to drone up top. They're going to clear this out. I do not have to play there. Just me opening that up applies this pressure to them that they have to worry about now. It's going to waste more time. Now, you can apply ghost pressure in a ton of different ways. Think about if you're going to take vert control, right? Imagine you're on border, right? You're on workshop border. You're defending that workshop bomb site. The attackers want to go in and go for a plant, but they see vert holes everywhere. So they know they cannot take that site and just go for a plant because the top floor has vert holes everywhere. There's people playing up there, right? That's applying pressure that way. Then what I just showed you, or even this right here, this would be applying pressure without me even being here. If they want to take server, but this hatch is open, right? Like an attacker's like, oh, we're going to take server, we're going to go for this plant. They come in through here, they're like, oh shit, this hatch is open. Now they need to waste more time droning this out before they come in here. So once again, our goal is just to waste as much time as we can on the roam. Another thing when it comes to roaming is you have got to be a reactive roamer. What does that mean? Imagine I'm like, all right, I'm going to go roam and I'm going to go sit in conference room. I'm going to play up here. But you see that they are all pushing server side. As the roamer, you have to be reactive. If you plan to hold up top, but they're not pushing you up top, you have got to react to that, and you have to go deny map control. Once again, there's another thing you're going to do as a roamer. Like I said, you're going to deny map control. So you're going to rotate to wherever the attackers are, so that way you can waste more time, get a pick, deny the map control. Open the sash, play right here. Go and flank them. And when you're going to roam, you want to roam in spots where you're going to deny map control. Now, there's no problem with hiding, right? And kind of like lurking, having like a late flank. That's fine. Make sure it's not too late. Make sure you are not just sitting there wasting time. Now, real quick before we move on from roaming, if there's ever a time that you're roaming and you don't know where to roam, what you got to do is just think if you were an attacker and you were attacking this site, or whatever site you're attacking, where would you push, right? And then go to that spot and hold that area. And if it turns out they're not pushing there, that's what I brought up earlier, be reactive and then go where they're pushing. All right, now the next tip is simply going to be with attacking, okay? Now, I want to basically break down how to properly attack any site, so that way it can kind of help you understand something, right? So, attacking is one of the things that really requires teamwork, so it can be very hard when you're solo queuing versus in a 5-stack. But if you're going to attack, let's say we load on one attack, what do? We think of the site we're going to be attacking, most likely. Obviously, let's say we figure out what site they are in. We say to ourselves, where do we want to push? What operators do we need for that push? Start off with that. Imagine we're attacking top floor. In my head, in my teammate's head, I'm going to say, okay, well, we need something for the main breach. We need something to get the hard breach denial off, whether that's like a Cade, a Mute, Bandit, right? So that could be like a Thatcher or somebody go from below. And we need something for the flank, okay? So what am I going to say to my teammates? I'm going to be like, okay, well, we need like a Thermite, an Ash, and a Gridlock. And then I'm going to say to myself, oh, we have 2 spots left. Let's bring stuff to clear utility, like shields, the zombies. Let's bring a fucking Flores. Let's bring somebody with grenade. Now, once we have figured out what we're doing, we're also going to have in mind, what is our end goal? Where do we want to end? We want to go for a default plant. We're going to end here, especially when we're going for like a main take. Like if we were pushing like attic side, we'd want to end here, right? This is where we're going to plant. But let's say the round starts. We got our operators. We know what we want to do. This is as simple as you do. You simply have one person drone in, drone ahead, right? Maybe even 2 people, so that they can clear both things, right? But they drone ahead. Now, when this drone goes ahead, somebody has to be playing off that drone. Why? It's very simple. Think about this. Imagine you're solo droning, and a defender shoots your drone. You now have to get off your drone and go to that person. But in the meantime, the person who shot your drone right here has probably already ran back to site, and you don't know where he is. However, when you have somebody playing off that drone, like you send the drone in, you're like, all right, bet. Give the drone a little bit of space so they have enough time to like make a call out. They go, oh, he's underneath default cam. They shoot the drone. You're already right here, immediately acting off that intel. So you're able to kind of like roam clear a lot faster, take map control a lot faster, and you don't run into like people hiding or people flying back over after this drone gets destroyed. And you're like, oh, he wasn't there when I droned. Like you don't run into that because you're playing off the information. So you're going to take map control. You're going to get the wall up, and you're going to figure out what is stopping you from going for the plant right here. Is it somebody playing top white with head holes? Is it somebody playing below as a C4? Just think to yourself whenever you go for an attack, because like I mentioned earlier, we want to think about where our end is, where we're going to end. Think of what is stopping you from going for that end, for the end, right? Could it be a shield right here? Could it be someone playing top white here? Right? You're going to think about this in every situation, and every like bomb set you do. Think of what is stopping you from planting. That's the way I do it. Whatever has stopped me from planting, that is the next goal. We've taken map control. We've gotten the breach open. Now, we need to bring that Ash that I already told. Or bring somebody with the Flores to show the shield. Does the Thermite get the wall open? Throw smokes here. Run in. Go for a plant. Oh, somebody's blowing a C4. Send somebody downstairs into Z hallway. Make sure it's clear, right? Just every attack round, you have to, like, pre-plan or like think ahead and not just like go off the whim, be like, oh, I'm just gonna go and rush in, I'm just gonna go here. Just actually think, and it'll help you a lot. And this is where this leads me into the conclusion of this video, where I want to explain, if you genuinely want to rank up, play in a 5-stack, okay? Like, you could be the same exact skill level you are, okay? If I were to say at the start of this video, start playing in a 5-stack and you watch nothing else in this video, but aside from playing a 5-stack, you would genuinely rank up at least 1 rank from whatever you are in. Playing in a 5-stack will significantly increase your chance of actually ranking up because you actually can bring the right operators, you can play off each other, you can actually have somebody on cams, on comms, have someone join you in, right? Playing in a stack is going to help you significantly. Even like a 3-stack is good, a 4-stack, but 5-stack is the best. But I get not everyone has a 5-stack. And I guess another tip just to end this off, because this is more than 5 tips, self-analyze yourself. Okay, if you really want to hit champion, stop blaming your teammates and genuinely look at it like, okay, what could I have done better? That's the best way to improve. People can do stupid shit 100%, and that could be the reason you die. But instead, ask yourself like, okay, well, this guy was playing prone on the floor right here and killed me, being an idiot. What is he doing? What could you have done differently? Oh, maybe I could have droned it out. Oh, maybe I could have flashed it out. Stuff like that. Just always try and mentally improve so that way you can actually improve the next time it happens, next situation you're in. You're like, oh, I made this mistake already. I know what to do now. Instead of just being like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Fuck this guy, right? Just be like, oh, I should have droned this out. This guy's an idiot. If you critique yourself when you play, you will genuinely see improvement instead of just blaming others. But hopefully it does help. I love y'all. I'll see y'all